Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. For those of you that are new here, my name is Janice. I live and work in Manitoba, Canada. I actually work at a Canadian grocery store chain called Sobeys as a cashier, and I also have a second part-time job as a lunch supervisor at an elementary school. Today is Thursday, January 23rd, and I'm bringing you a Superstore haul right now. I've actually been away the last several days. For those of you who've been following my channel for a while, you'll know that my brother in Saskatchewan, which is one province west of where I am, is struggling with cancer. He's terminally ill, and unfortunately his time is starting to come to an end. He's winding down. He's not doing very well. In fact, he's on hospice right now as of this week. So we had made a trek out to Saskatchewan this past week. I was gone for about 5 days, spending time with him and helping prep his house for sale and just different things. And just spending that time with him while there's still some time left. And we got back home at about 2 o'clock in the morning last night, so very, very late. And I needed to get some things today. I didn't buy a lot. I don't get paid again until next week, so I didn't want to buy a lot, but I bought a couple things that were on my points offers. You can see there's no produce here. This wasn't a big grocery shop. In fact, there's some junk food here, some snacks, some snack foods and stuff. But just a few things on my list that I wanted to get, and yeah, just picked up a handful of things for today. And yet all this that you can see here still totaled $85. Go figure. But let me show you what I got. I don't have one of those cumulative points offers or even just a single transaction points offer where if you buy $250 worth of stuff, you get a bunch of points. None of that. Right now, this week, I just simply have my regular weekly points offers where you get certain points on certain items. And I deferred 4 items for next week that I don't need right now, and I really only bought a couple of things. I get paid again next week. There's a couple more things on my offers I may go back for, like iceberg lettuce is one of them, and mushrooms are another one, and I may go back for that, but just coming off of a trip especially, my budget's going to be a little bit tight, so I just picked up a few things right now to get through. I bought a loaf of no-name bread. The yellow packaging with the black bar is Superstore's no-name brand. That is their brand, and also President's Choice. Anything that is PC, President's Choice, that is also a Superstore brand as well. The bread was $1.97. The cashews, I bought raw cashews because we have parrots, and they like this. Now, they shouldn't have a lot. It's like a treat for them. But certainly, if you're going to give them nuts, they should not be salted. That is, nuts aren't the greatest, not a healthy thing for them anyway, but they can have some, but they're even less healthy if you get salted ones for them. So if they're going to have that, then let's go with the raw, because they're not salted, there's not any extra stuff in there. That bag was $8. And then Sleep Easy, however you pronounce it, that was on my points offers for this week, so I did get a package of that. That was, and again, this is not a long receipt, I should not have trouble finding it. That was $9.49. Bought that because we have just for points, but just for those nights where you have a little trouble sleeping. These Fruit by the Foots these are special because you can see the heart shape there. These are special for Valentine's. I am a lunch supervisor in a grade 3 classroom at an elementary school, so I thought I would put this in a treat bag for each of my students. I only have about 22 or 23 kids, but the other package is going to be for me to take in my lunches to work. And they were $8.49 each. And then some litter for my bunny rabbit. In addition to having parrots, we have a lion-head rabbit named Floyd, and he needed some litter. So I picked that up. That was $14.49. 4 liters of 1% milk was $5.74. Doritos were 2 for $8, so I grabbed 2. And the Cheetos were also 2 for $8, so I grabbed 2 of those. And there actually was 1,500 points because I bought 2 packages of Cheetos. And over here, the 2 6-packs of Pepsi was a limit of 2. They were $3.49 each, so I bought 1 diet and 1 regular. Now, this is what I spent. You can see here, the only points I really got were the 500 points on the Sleep Easy. After tax, I spent $85.67. Now, I haven't taken the time to calculate to break down what was grocery and what was not, but we know this is not grocery. That would be pharmacy, and this would be pet supplies. So technically, I haven't taken the time to calculate it, but I did say that was $14.49, and the Sleep Easy was $9.49. So $9.49 and $14.49. $9.50 and $14.50, about $25. So of the $85.67, about $60 of this was food, and the rest came out of other categories. 1 pharmacy or toiletries and 1 pet. So there's the 500 points for the pharmacy item, and down here you can see there's the 500 points for the digital offer for the pharmacy item, and 1,500 points was the in-store offer. That was for the Cheetos rather. So I earned a total of 2,000 points between the two. That leaves me with a closing balance of 46,895 points. And you can redeem PC Optimum points in increments of $10. So that means I'm currently sitting at the $40 mark of PC Optimum points. And if you've been following my channel for a while, you know that my habit usually is to accumulate them all year, save them up and not spend them unless I have to, and then redeem them once a year at Christmas time or over 2 or 3 transactions during the Christmas season. This time around last month, I did not actually finish redeeming all of them. I was left with some, but by the time we got into January, I had used most of them. So right now, when I started off January, I wasn't starting completely from scratch, but I had depleted most of them, and now I'm kind of rebuilding all over again. So I'm between $40 and $50 in PC Optimum points right now. So that is it for my Superstore haul. If I can locate my receipts, I will show you what I picked up at Petland and PetSmart for our pets, and then I'll wrap this up. Alright, so I'm going to show you what I picked up at both Petland and PetSmart, and then one final item that I picked up at Shoppers Drug Mart at the end of this. So these 3 items right here are what I picked up at Petland. In Tune Harmony, this particular brand, we have several birds. We have 2 budgies, but we also have several larger birds, a couple cockatiels, a couple conures, Quaker parrot, a Senegal, an Indian ringneck, and African gray. And the Senegal and the Indian ringneck do not really care for this particular pellet. A lot of people, at the store, they kind of refer to them as bubblegum pellets because they smell like bubblegum. I've said that in previous videos, and they really do. You can smell bubblegum as soon as they come out of the bulk canister into the bag. And again, I've said it before, so I say it again. I don't know if they taste like bubblegum. I'm not about to taste one, but they do smell like it. All of our bigger birds like those pellets, except for the Senegal and the ringneck. Now, even those that do like it, that shouldn't just be their whole diet. So they do get other types of pellets as well, like Supreme fruit pellets and whatnot. But those two, the ringneck and the Senegal, really do not like it. So as their main thing, they often get this as In Tune Harmony, and then they get some Supreme fruit pellets along with. So the In Tune Harmony, that was $33.48, and then we got some rabbit pellets, rabbit food in bulk. That was $6.22, and these bubblegum pellets, these were $26.82. So I spent $74.49 at Petland. Today was a big spend day for pet food. We went over to PetSmart after this because in particular Petland did not have this in stock. For the Supreme fruit pellets, there are small ones that are more the size, tinier size than this, that have a picture on them of a budgie on the package, much like this, and they're meant for a smaller beak like a budgie. And they also have some that are larger for an African gray parrot, which we have, and you can see a picture of an African gray on the bag, and even a larger one still that has a picture of a macaw on the bag, which we don't have one of those. But each of them are designed basically for different sizes of birds, not only for their digestive system, but also for the size of beak that they have. So at PetSmart, because we have a phone number on file with them, basically, if you were a member, you would get 1 bag. You buy 1 bag, get the second 25% off. So there's discounts on each of the items based on that. That's kind of like a members only thing. So I bought 4 bags. Initially, I was just mainly looking for 1 or 2 bags of these, and there was only 1, so I just got the 1. But because it was like buy 1, get 1 25% off, I bought a couple. So basically, I need cockatiel seed, and Superstore used to carry cockatiel seed. The one I usually go to no longer does, but the other location I've been going to used to. And today I realized that location, they have moved their pet department, and I found it, but there is no cockatiel seed or budgie seed, so I'm guessing they don't carry it anymore. I have seen that brand of cockatiel and budgie seed that I buy at Superstore at Petland, but for $2 more per bag. But I was looking at this and I thought, you know what, like this is still cockatiel seed, and you, like any pet, you really shouldn't mess with their diet and change it often or too much. But this, it's cockatiel seed, and this might be, for the size of bag, it might be better value than what I was buying. And PetSmart and or Petland will carry this on a regular basis, at least as of this point. This one says it's good for cockatiels, lovebirds, conures, and Quakers. Now, we do have 2 conures and we do have a Quaker, so we probably could take a little bit of that and mix it in with the conures, and the Quaker do eat the bubblegum pellets, although the Quaker doesn't love it, but he'll eat more of it than the Senegal and the ringneck. I could probably put a little bit of this in with this for the conures and the Quaker. but this will probably be one of the main things for the 2 cockatiels, and this as well. Because again, this one is for cockatiels, lovebirds, conures, and quakers on this label as well. But then also that size of pellet we also use for our Indian ringneck and our Senegal too. They're the medium-sized birds and they can handle that. And then we have 2 budgies. So again, we're having trouble getting budgie seed at Superstore anymore. So why not just try this? It's basically just budgie seed. Good for parakeets, budgies, canaries, and finches. So perfect. And over here, there's almost like a, kind of like a fruit pellet version. Well, this isn't the fruit pellet version. The fruit pellet version for budgies has the same picture of a budgie on it, but it looks like this, but with tinier size pellets. That's not what this is here. So basically we're getting them seed, and this one here is the budgie version, but it's not the budgie version of the fruit pellets, if that makes sense. I have some of those left. This one says it's a blend of seeds, fruit blend, flavor, smart pellets, vegetables, and fruit. So just trying to give them a little bit of variety. So basically we've got one of them is 1934. That's the cockatiel. And you can see, because I'm a member, it took 65 cents off. And then there's another one that is 1305. That's the small bird. That's probably one of, yeah, that's probably the Supreme, probably the blue sensible seed one. It says small bird on it. 1305. And you can see that was $17.99 minus $4.50. That's the 25% off. And then the next one is the other bird food small. So that'd be the one on the end. And that was also, that one was a 1088. So you can see there it was $14.99 minus $3.75. And then the medium bird food, that was this medium-sized fruit pellet one here. That one was that one was $16.44. And then there was, because you're a member there, you can accumulate points much like you do at Sobeys for Scene Plus points or at Superstore for Optimum points. And I had a value of $2 of points I could redeem. Now, I do not save those up all year like I do PC Optimum points or Scene Plus points. I opted to go ahead and redeem the $2 in points today. So, in addition to having the members' pricing on these, the buy one, get one 25% off, because I'm a member, I also redeemed $2 in points. So, after tax, because you can see there's some taxes here, let's get this in focus, I paid $66.88 at PetSmart. And then finally, one item over at Shoppers Drug Mart. Shoppers Drug Mart belongs to the same family of stores as Superstore or Loblaws if you're in Eastern Ontario. And at Superstore, you can only get PC Optimum points on things that are on your weekly offers. Unless it's a case of spend $2.50, then get $25 in points or what have you. Whatever the deal of the week may be that way. Well, not deal of the week. Deal of the week in the flyer is something different. But you know what I mean. If you're a PC Optimum person and you follow this at all or you collect those points, you'll get your weekly offers. And you'll have certain items that you can get those points on. And occasionally you'll get another type of offer where it's like, if you spend this much, you get this many points. And then it doesn't really matter what the items are. Well, there's certain exceptions, but for the most part, that's how it works. But this week, I don't have one of those. So the only points I would get at Superstore this week would be stuff that was on my weekly offers. But when you go to Shoppers Drug Mart, you can buy your Superstore items and get your points there. But you can also just get base points at Shoppers. There are no base points at Superstore. That's what I'm trying to say. And so over and above the base points, though, I have an offer going on that if I make 4 minimum $20 purchases at Shoppers Drug Mart before February 28th, I'll get an additional 6,000 points, which is $6 in points. I've done that twice. And now today I made my third purchase. And because this was $29.99, I'm dealing with a lot of knee pain these days, and I thought, you know what, this could make one of my $20 purchases. So after tax, I spent $33.59. I earned 435 points, and that leaves me with a closing balance now, because I did the Superstore shop first, and then I bought these. I'm now at 47,330 PC Optimum points. So I'm at $47 in points. As I was starting to say, I'm having a lot of issues with my knee. I've had 2 cortisone injections in it already. And it's been really acting up this week while I've been on this trip. And I'm going to probably have a 3rd cortisone injection coming up in the next week or so just to try and get this under control. I'm not quite sure what's going on. Possible meniscus tear. I'm not totally sure, but we're having an MRI next month to find out. But in the meantime, the doctor recommended I could try Aleve to try and help with the discomfort that I'm having. Anyway, that is everything I picked up today between Superstore, Petland, PetSmart, and a quick stop at Shoppers Drug Mart. That is everything I picked up today. I hope you enjoyed this little video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. And make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already done so. And your notification bell is turned on. And we'll see you next time. Hope everybody's having a great week. And if you are cold, like we are here in Canada, please stay warm. Have a great week, everybody, and a good weekend. And we'll see you in the next video. Take care.